Welcome. So glad you're here. Now, I think you might see on my little table, I've been really busy, kind of like Santa's helper this week. Um, After 2 weeks ago, if you remember, I'm just going to kind of sit this aside just for a second. 2 weeks ago, if you remember, we did lots of talking and kind of show and tell about doing decorative papers using washi paper. Now, one thing I forgot to bring up, I wanted to tell you that this is the paper that I always love to use. The sketch paper, it's our 6JM, and that was my go-to paper for these projects mostly, and the other paper. So 6JM, it's a thin, and I'm sure Phoebe can tell us or write in the comments or however. Melinda's here. Hi, Melinda. All right, good to see you. This is a thinner paper, but it's really strong, and I love it for gel printing and mini mixed media projects. I used it a lot in these projects that I'm going to show you today. And the other one is the 6H. That paper is my next favorite because it's a little bit more, it's a little thicker and it's smaller though. So for gift wrap, it's not as good for gift wrap, but it's really good for making ornaments or just for general paper crafting and gel printing. So these two were my favorite two papers that happens to have been in our line for 100 years. No, not 100, but quite a few. Hi, Lori. Nice to. I'm just kind of seeing some names from. Wow, wonderful. So what I wanted to do is just kind of all this past 2 weeks since our last live, I kind of went nuts and I had lots of fun going, just doing different things with the paper. But one thing I wanted to share, and it's not a fun thing. Hey, Joyce, it's not a fun thing to do as a demo, but it's really a simple project. If you want to take paper that you really love, single-sided paper, you could use them with either methyl cellulose or nori paste. And I did these, and I'm just going to show you my little finished pieces because these were fused. They were thin 6JM pieces, so they felt really thin. And I wanted to do something with double sides, so I just fused two sheets together. I fused the rough sides together, and how I did that, and I'll explain it, is on a glass plate or a glass, I actually have a glass cutting board that I love to use. I laid down the wrong side up, so that would be the rough side. I laid it down. So let's say these are two. Let me just show you what I mean. These are all my fused papers here. I was going to just kind of show you that I did actually these three fused together, and you can see how great they are. Plus, they're much thicker now, so much sturdier for me to do some projects like origami projects or anything that requires double-sided paper. It's so nice to have. I'm going to show you a project today where you do need double-sided paper, and it's so nice. So what I did was, let's say I wanted to, these are my little wraps I wanted to share with you, and then I'll explain my process a little bit. So the gift wrap, this is the 6H, and it's 6JM, it's pretty thin. So this, let's say I wanted to double side fuse this one, I would take, and I'm not gonna do it now because I don't want to be messy since I'm gonna be doing some folding today. So didn't want my to get messy, but I'm gonna explain this. So you put that double pattern or finished side down on the table. I spritzed it with a little bit of misted it with water, very light mist. And I waited for the fibers to swell up. I just kind of let them kind of stretch, or swell up, give it a minute. So just spritz it with water. And then if you have any wrinkles, if you see them, I don't think you will, but if you do, just kind of gently smooth them out with your hand, with your fingers, very smooth, very gentle. Then you pick your second sheet, and I don't know if I have a small one here, but you'll get the idea of what I mean. You take your second sheet, and I'm going to find a thin one here. Well, let's say it's this one. It's not this one, but this one is. I'm going to lay the paper on the rough side. I'm going to glue these two together. So what you do is you get your paper ready and get nori paste, thin consistency, but thick enough so that it's glue, it's like I'd say a melted ice cream consistency, and brush on very gently with a soft hockey brush on the paste. Give it a generous coating and make sure all of the paper is covered, and then gently place, once it's covered, gently place your paper, your second sheet, which I'm doing it like this. I basically place it and let it kind of sit in the center and let it roll on either side, and you just gently press out. And there's really no need for you to do anything with topple. It should just, it should do great. And then just set it aside and let it dry completely before you take it off your glass or your plastic mat. But that's how you do the double-sided, how you make your double-sided fused paper. But really wanted to share that with you because I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you some projects that I've done. And of course, this one, this piece is a double-sided piece, and I'm going to show you something to make with that. But I want to show you all the little things you can do with those painted papers you made. You made some in the past couple of weeks. So I saved a bunch of them to be large size because I started to fold or started to make presents. Okay. Or decorate presents. And I'm going to show you this. This is like a gift I'm going to give to someone in my family. And here's some of that paper. So I'll just kind of show you. Look how pretty that is. And this is 6JM. And it does, you get a nice size box. This is a good size gift. And it still had some scraps left. And I folded a little thing underneath. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I know. I folded something underneath that I was going to use for something, but I didn't really like it. But it made a great base for this little glittery star because I couldn't figure out a way to get that glittery star on that. So I just stuck that with some glue, and then I made a little tag out of some collaged paper. And so you can see how much fun you can make, wrap gifts. You can see I kind of went crazy. I've got lots of small gifts that I love doing this. Small presents are my favorite. What do they say? Good things come in small packages, right? So I'm going to give you just some ideas on gift wrapping with the washi paper. So I basically just did the paper and just covered it, and then I made a little angel. And I think this angel's on my YouTube channel. I couldn't for the life of me find the diagram so that I could show you today. But and Wanda's here. Hi, Wanda. So what I can do, I'll look for it. It's been a frantic couple of weeks, but I know I can find this somewhere. I know I did it. And then my ladies that we on my folded Fridays would know that it's somewhere because we've done it together. So I'll look for it, and I make sure I'll put the link in this comments in here so you have it. But this little angel's perfect as a little gift tag. Plus, it serves as an ornament for a tree. So that's a nice little thing. So here's one way. And then this one is a little gift that I did with remember the paper we did with the ink? We did that that nice mindful drawing session. And this one, I made a little cluster of watercolor fussy cuts and I bought these little things. I'm going to tell you, this is like crazy. I bought these little snowflakes. I thought they were going to be little brads, and I thought they were going to be like paper brads that I could poke, stick through, but it came like this. And I really am glad because now I'm putting them on everything. They're going on just about everything. You can make earrings out of these. I got 250 of these really pretty little things, and I got those off Amazon. And I think it's snowflake brads is how I found it. I could put the link in it also if you're interested, because these are really handy. Makes everything look pretty. This is just using, stealing an ornament from my tree and more clusters, but you can see how beautiful the papers are, how they make such really nice gift wrap. And, the kind of wrapping you actually don't want to know what's in the gift because the wrapping's so pretty, but and there's a Japanese word for that, actually, that I used to spell it wrong, but I think it's omeyagi. I hope I say it right. But it's the art of the gift. So it's kind of being able to make gifts and make your gift or your presentation just as special as what's inside. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you was I really had some fun making collage with some of the scraps from my gift wrapping. And I'm just going to show you this. This is actually came from I already made some things out of it. But I just collaged on a large sheet of white cardstock. And I made a bunch of goodies out of this. So this is just the scrap that's left over. And I'll show you all the goodies I made. But that's one thing you can do, save all your scraps. So what I do is I keep all my scraps in one little place. And this is what I'll go to when I want, and I'll try to keep them in a theme. So this is my holiday scrap. So Lynn, hi Lynn. Oh, yeah, you need to get, exactly. We have to do a secret Santa thing or something, right, Lynn? So these I save so that I can do little collages. Just don't throw away your scraps, because these are all beautiful hand painted papers that you can use for something. So just keep them in a, like this, keep them in a theme or color category, and you'll find lots of uses for it. And these were made, I just did these like a little while ago, because I'm going to show you a little thing. This is actually, well, this morning, Fodder School. I love Fodder School because Fodder School always gives me wonderful ideas. And I had all this paper stashed, and I thought, well, why not do some more collaging using my holiday papers? Did this a couple weeks ago, but then I was inspired to do some more today based on the bonus lesson, that Megan Quinlan's bonus lesson. And one thing that she had done was she made these little 3-inch cards. And I went crazy because I know we have 3-inch Shikishi board that just, totally inspired me to do this. So what I did was, our Shikishi boards, they come in a pack of 5. And look at this wonderful little collage, montage, whatever we call it, when you get a grouping like this. So this is a little Shikishi boards where I just cut the paper and cut them a little smaller than the actual board, so I can still have that gorgeous foil lining, and that gives it a more of a holiday look. And Wendy Solganak gave everyone these wage piece words sets, and I hadn't used them yet, and I thought what a perfect time to use them. And I just did this thing based on Megan's bonus lesson. So I hope if you're at Fodder School, you should check out that bonus lesson if you haven't yet. And if you haven't joined Fodder School, make sure you do, because it's worth every penny. Over and over, I get so many ideas from them. And but this one I thought was perfect because I thought Shikishi board, it's screaming Shikishi. And the other thing I thought would be fun is I have this little envelope template that Judykins made years ago. And I thought, wouldn't this be, well, with the same paper, painted papers, I made these little envelopes so that I can put my little Shikishi collages in. And so now I have, either it could be a fancy gift card, or it can be just a gift on its own, or I can put a little hole in it and make it an ornament, something to put on a tree to gift to get guests that are coming over. So, no, thank you, Becky. Yeah, these papers are so much fun. And if the gift recipients don't appreciate it, you know what? Once I let them go, it doesn't matter. I appreciated having being able to do them. So, thank you though. Really appreciate it. So this is like so much that you can do about the art of gift giving. Is just every little detail, just down to the little envelopes, that you can do to make your day special, because you're creating, and then other people who are receiving understand that you've put lots of time, and hopefully, if not, that's all right. So we've got our Shikishi board inspiration. I wanted to tell you about these. The other Shikishi boards that we have are 5x7, and those are great for cards, for collage as well. So if you wanted to take a larger piece like this, put it on the 5x7 Shikishi, this is not a 5x7, but you could just cut it. And also, Becky, you are in Fodder School. Yes. Oh, thank you, Becky. Tell them that you want me for next year or the year after, if I'm still around, right? So all these things that you do with your papers, there's something to do with them. So, so let's say, okay, keep it moving on here. I want you to know that if you have all these little scraps from your collages, you can make adorable little gift tags, just little tags that you can put on your gifts. So like the name isn't on it. So I've got a little gift tag now. I could put to and from on that. And there's another little element that's handmade as well. And these were just basically cut from the scraps from making these collages. I had extra, some extra. So I thought, well, why not? And all I did was cut them into strips and then punched a hole with a little, this is a 1/8 inch hole punch, I think. Yep, you could get a 1/4 inch, You could use the bigger ones, but the hole is pretty big. That makes a pretty large hole, but whatever you've got, or if you just have an awl, that'll work too. And I punched a hole and then I just cut an angle and bordered the edges a little bit. But aren't those cute? And these are also done with Wendy's words from her wage piece words. They're really perfect because each word is kind of like for the season and also for the time in our lives. And I love this one, hope, calm, curiosity. But she really picked some nice words in that set. So I'm using them for my gift tags. And if I don't use them all this year, I'll use them. I'll have them for next year and I'll keep them in my pile. Same thing with my little embellishments or my little clusters that I made using my little, if well, we all did some, I have to remember, this was from Tiffany's lessons, watercolor little tidbits that had been fussy cut. And I thought, well, I'll make little clusters out of them, put a little thing on them. And now I've got something to decorate all of my presents. And that is, it takes a long time, but once they're done, you've amassed a lot of stuff. And another thing I thought it would be fun too is I use scraps from my papers and I just made simple trees, really simple. And these are little tags that I cut.
Karen, what
Yeah,
oh, excuse me. What
sure.
Melinda's wondering what string you're using?
Oh, the string, you mean the string I've got here or that silver string that she sees?
Ooh, how about both?
Okay, so the silver string is some string I bought off of Amazon in a roll. I forgot that, it's just some silver thread. It's a little plasticky. It's not really cotton, but it's nice. It's a nice weight for this kind of thing. So it's just you can use silver thread. I did buy some of this thread and it's a little thin. These are just, normal sewing thread, but the silver thread I got also on Amazon when I bought these little glittery stars, these little guys. I bought a whole bunch, and if Melinda, I can send you the link for that. I bought a whole bunch of these glittery stars at different sizes, and they came with the string. So I didn't use the string on all of them, and I used it for that too. So I can put that in the link too, because it came in really handy for making these. So I hope that
And then
helps.
that striped one?
Oh, and the striped is baker's twine. It just happens to be a green, kind of a green and
Love
aqua
that.
baker's twine. And you can get baker's twine in all kinds of colors, including glittery, sparkly stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, so anyway, then this one is just like I mentioned, just little triangles, glued them on, made a trunk, drew on a star with a gel pen. And so like I've got these nice large gift tags that I made out of the scraps, and I stuck a little what it is, a little thing. I have a stamp that, or no, I have a punch that creates those little holes. Let's see, so you can write practically, long letters or something on your gifts for those. So that one is a fun one. And then, so these are the non-folding things so far that I'm showing you. I'm going to show you some things because you know how much I love folding, right? So I'm going to show you some folding things that you can add to your holiday things. It could be, I mentioned this, I love this little angel. I'll have to remember how to do it, but I'm going to show you how to do the star. And we just put that up on our website on the YouTube channel. These stars are beautiful with the washi paper. And I know I'm going to show you a few things. So we've got the stars, and I'll kind of talk to you about these. I've got this little Santa Claus, which I just think is so cute. The little Santa Claus, you can make that as a gift tag, which also doubles as an ornament. And this is for the little small gift that I used my washi paper. And this is also the baker's twine in solid red, which I thought was really nice. So it kind of worked well. If you remember during the live last time, I used a baker's twine that was wrapped on over a toilet paper roll, and that's what made these marks. So it's kind of nice to have the baker's twine sort of integrated in the design here. This one, I just thought would be really cute and I'm going to show you this one first because it's really easy. This would be a really fun way to give either money or a gift card. Let's say this is a blank thing, but money or a gift card or both, depending, where you've got a couple pockets here. One for the back, you can put like a greeting back here, the money in the front, or put the money in the back, whatever you want to do. I think a greeting would probably be more aesthetically pretty, and the card in the back, the money in the back. But this is a little fold that I wanted to show you, and I've done it before, but it's such an easy fold. And I'm going to use the double-sided paper. I'm going to move this out of the way before all right, I'm going to use a piece of this double-sided paper. So this fold is so easy. So if you have a piece of, I should measure this. I always forget which size it is. For a gift card, your paper is 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. Well, normally 7. I don't know why I cut it that small, but anyway, it should work. So about 4 by 6. You can make it a 4 by 6 if you want. You can use a piece of origami paper and cut just to 4 inches, because you can make this so easy, this little thing. And I'm going to show you. So I'm going to decide which side I want my dominant side to be. They're all both so pretty, but I'm going to make this side the side on the inside, and then this will be, I'm going to have it dominant, or the side you want showing on the outside is going to be down. So this is what I'm going to do. Is all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this at an angle, but I'm going to let the 2 peaks, and I'm kind of making sure that this fold is even, fairly even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you fold at an angle, and I've got about 1 1/4 inches here, I just want this to be the same width, right in this little rectangle here. And then I'm going to just crease it like that. Okay. And I wanted these little peaks to be the same height. And that's all. That's all you need to know. You can actually decide, probably doesn't matter which side you're gonna, I think you're gonna, yeah, you fold it this way, and you've got this little, looks like 2 little sailboats going across the water, right? And you've got the folded edge at the bottom. And then all you need to do is take this edge on here and fold it over, but give yourself a little, just fold it over, but you want the bottom edge to kind of line up with the bottom. So you don't want it going down or up, you want it to line up. So this is pretty thick paper. So I'm just kind of, there we go, giving it a crease like this, so that I have this nice angle. And I'm going to kind of look at this one to just make sure I'm doing it right. It looks like I'm okay. And I'm going to fold the next piece over just like I did the other one. I'm just going to fold it so that it kind of overlaps, but it looks fine. And I'm just folding this. That's all you need. This is it. This is all the folding you're going to need to do. Now, what you're going to do is you've got this little pocket going on here. You can just tuck this little piece into that, slide it right into the pocket, and that locks it in. Now you've got a little thing to hold cards and or money. But here's the deal. This holds the money in, but then the card will slip through. So usually what I do is I take a little glue, and I glue very light, very thin line at the bottom until it dry. Don't put anything in it until it's completely dry. But there, you've got your little pocket. It's like a little pocket that you can use to put gift cards, money, whatever you want. And then what I did, of course, is I just put one of my little fancy schmancy thingies. I mean, I could put the red one. Here we go. That one, I haven't done that one. Let's see. Here we go. Put a fancy one. That's probably a little on the big side, but whatever you want to put on there, you could put stickers or anything you want. These could be, they're so nice and thick that if I wanted to hang these on a tree, I could punch a hole right at the top and then hang it from the cord, and I have something in the tree and with maybe someone's name on it. So that's a fun way to just have like a little surprise. And that's the easy one I wanted to show you today. It's a really fun little gift card holder. Okay. I wanted to show you how many stars I made because I really love doing this. So these little stars, the pentagon star, which I'm going to show you, you can go crazy and put glitter on it like this. I kind of glittered that one out. Yeah, you could put fabric stiffener on it. You could put all kinds of things to make it stiffer. But actually, the thicker the paper it is, a little bit more difficult it is to fold. So that's why I love doing this out of the washi paper, because the washi paper is just perfect for this. It's just nice, and it's malleable enough, and it gives you these really nice stars. So the star size will depend on the square that you first start folding it at. So this one is an 8-inch square. And I'm going to show you how to fold this out of this piece because it's a good weight. You can do it out of any papers you want, but this one, so you can, like I said, this is a 6-inch square, I think. Yeah, these are 6 inches. You've got 8-inch. You can go a 12-inch, and then your star is even bigger. But the thicker the paper is, the more 3D it becomes. And I love this one. This is out of the washi paper. So pretty. And if you want to make an ornament out of it, or you can put little goodies on it to give it some extra weight, you can make it a gift topper. There's so many things you can do with it. The thing I want to show you is a lot of people find a template online. There's some templates that you can find online on how to draw a pentagon, but if you don't have a template, I'm going to show you how to make a pentagon. And this is there is a recording already. So if you missed this, that's okay. You can go to the recording on the Yasutomo YouTube channel. Here's how you do it. So what you're going to do is start with your color side. Actually, start with your color side up. Color side up. And you're going to fold it in half. You're going to just make a nice fold right in half. Okay. And then you're going to take your paper and make a little, it's if you're going to fold it, but you're not going to fold it. You're just going to find the edge, the little edge, as if you're going to fold it, but don't. And then just make a pinch right in the center, like that. And then marks a little spot there. And then you're going to take this side and fold it, do the same thing, kind of making an X, but you're just as if you're going to fold it, but you're not. You're just marking a spot with it. And what you'll see is a little X right there, right there. You can see it there. So there it is. All right. So this is where we make our this is going to guide us where we need to put our next fold. So you're going to take your bottom corner and you're going to just fold it, park that corner right into this, park it into that X, right into that intersection. Okay, find that spot. And then once you've found that spot, just give it a crease. And it seems crazy, this thing, but it really works. And one thing you will need is a pair of scissors. Good straight scissors, if you have them. So what you have now is you have this fold that has there's your little X. This is the fold you're folding it to. And now you're going to take this edge and you're going to bring it all to the right onto this edge. And you're just making sure that that point is pointed. And now you can see what's happening here. This is going to be a pentagon, this shape here eventually. And then you're going to take this bottom edge and you're going to fold it up to the folded edge you just made. And don't worry, like I said, we have a recording. So you're all right. And now, this isn't as complicated. I mean, for this old lady to remember this, I know anybody can do this, right? So, well, we're going to fold this backwards like this. And we've got this shape happening here. See what I just did? And everything comes to a point like this. Now we see all these layers here, and these are nice scraps. So don't forget, you don't want to lose those. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through all those layers right at the top of that, where this here happens. I'm just going to cut through all the layers, a nice straight line as I can. And then I've got all these wonderful little scraps I'm not going to lose. I'll use these in a collage because they're beautiful. And I love the shapes. I can actually use that, stick it in my scrap pile, and I'm good to go. Now here's what we've got. If you take this and open it, you have a perfect, absolutely perfect pentagon. So you don't need a template. You just can make it yourself. And another good thing about this is already all the folds that you would do if you had a template. You would have to do all these folds anyway. So they're all done. So you're halfway there. That's what I love about doing it this way. And actually, this is the way I believe that the creator of this, I believe her name, Toshi Takahama, I believe, from Japan. That's where this is originated from. But isn't that gorgeous? It's like this blue is a kind of, I'm trying to remember the name of this blue. It's sort of a mixture of kind of a phthalo blue mixed with some white. And then I did the silver over it afterwards. Really pretty. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make folds. This is where it gets it's actually easy now. I'm going to make these make these bottom edges and meet these little creases that are right here at that star area. And I'm gonna fold. So they basically, you're gonna see those creases is where you make that happen. Okay, so all you need to do, you're gonna do this 4 more times. You've done this, I'm just gonna open it, rotate it till I get that flat edge, and I'm gonna bring it up to those little these points here, and I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna do this 5 times total. That's what I'm doing is I'm creating another pentagon shape inside. Oops, I just ripped the paper. This paper happens to be sulfite paper. Sorry, it's not washi. That's why it rips. Okay, so I kind of ripped that. I hope I can still do it, use it. We'll see. Go ahead and just make those little folds. So now you can see there's another pentagon there's an outer pentagon and an inner pentagon. What we're going to do is we're going to make little pinch marks that kind of like we're going to pinch our little folds together. I'm going to keep that internal pentagon in mind here. I don't want to change that. And I'm just pinching this together and I'm going to lay it down. And then when I do that, I create a new fold underneath. And I know I'm kind of going fast because I have lots of things to show you, but remember, I do have it. I'll have a recording. So this I'm going to do 5 times. So I open it and I pinch this little part together until I find that little pentagon shape. And then I just make a new fold that's underneath, nothing new other than that. And it seems like there's a lot of folds there, but it all comes together magically. I'm going to pinch this together until I find that pentagon, these little pieces. I'm not making a new fold, I'm just reversing it. And then I find that little pentagon corner and I'm just going to drop it down and crease underneath. I'm going to do this again until I've done all the points. Finding that see that little part, and then drop it down. And then again, I'm going to do this one more time. I think I've got this last piece here, and I just drop it down and make that crease. So what I've done is I've created all these creases. They're all done. And all I need to do now is collapse it. And the way you collapse it is you just take all these little parts on the inside, of course, the part that I tore, so we'll see how that goes. And you want to collapse it, and all just sort of does this. It's sort of magical. I'm pushing it inwards, and it kind of goes into the star shape. I just love that. This will be the back side, so that little tear is not going to show, so I'm not worried. So this is now we have a beginning of our star, and this is where it just is so gorgeous. I'm going to turn it over, and this is the last part. I need to do it 5 times. I'm going to take this bottom edge, and I'm going to take this edge and bring it to that center, and then just make sure that it's kind of comes to a nice point before you really give it a good crease. And this is where your little, if you have a folder, and I know I have my folding tool, there it is, my little bamboo folding tool. This is really handy. Just get it to a nice sharp point, do it on every single point, and then your star is done. Now I'll show you the very last one is the tricky one. It's not tricky, it's just something that you need to be aware of when you're doing this, because when you're going along making the star and the points, I just love this thing. And the last one is there's a little kind of dance you have to do, and I'll explain that in a moment because I'm almost there. So I don't know why I say a dance, but it is kind of. And I'm just getting to that point. Now the very last one, you'll see that you have to lift this one. It's like the little lifting. It's got to you got to move that out of the way so that you can fold the last little piece in. So moving this out of the way until you get that piece folded and set. And then once you do that, once you've done that, then you can put it back there like that. So see how that came out, and that is really gorgeous. That's blue. It's so pretty. I could use it for, I think it'd be good for a bigger tree, but I have a little tiny tree. So this would be good for a gift topper. And sometimes you can write, a little note on the back of your name or to who it's from. If you want to put a little string inside, this would be a place I would put it right. I would take it right. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I have an extra string, but I would glue it inside here and just fold that over. So take the string, put it inside, and then fold it, and then it'll just hang at the top. Or you could punch a hole in it, but. Oh, and you got lost, Olivia. Of course, I went so fast. I know I did go fast. So remember to come, yeah, I'm sure that Phoebe may have already put the link for the
The
video,
link
but
is
don't.
in the pinned comment, but yes,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
we'll make it easier to find too.
thanks. And
Yeah.
don't watch it now though, because we're still doing it. But you can come back to it. So at least if you got lost, you're not too, you've got to start. So that's all right. So another little things you can do if you want to, like if I see the little gaps here, I'm such a perfectionist, but you can just take a little bit of adhesive if you want. And I'm like that. If I see something a little wonky, I always like to fix it. So I just put a little tiny bit of adhesive right in this little spot, and then I'll just kind of paste it down, and it will not move. And it also becomes stiffer. The star will become a little stiffer with more adhesive that you put on it. But I love these. I think they're beautiful. I think they'd be fun, like making a mobile out of them, I think would be really fun. Yeah, I think, yeah, gorgeous. Or if you want to do two stars of the same size, you can have them together like this and paste them together and they could be on a mobile. I think that would be gorgeous. Now, another ornament that I made, and of course, I think I remember how to do it. If you want me to show you, I can. This one is a little ornament that I think is so much fun. It's a little modular ornament. It's made out of 3 sheets of paper. Very simple to fold, and then you just put them together and use your little string, and now you've got another little ornament. These are not fun to mail. Of course, you can't mail them, so you have to make them. This would be, ooh, just thinking I could put one on top of here. But anyway, I keep going around and around. I love doing different things with these. But this one is just fun. It's a little 3-piece ornament. Now the other one is this little Santa Claus, which I think is so darn cute. And with the little snowflake on the top, it just totally changes everything. And I'm going to show you how to fold this Santa Claus because it's so cute. So I did get ready. And if everybody's on, now this is where if you want to fold with me, this is the time you do it. Get some paper. I have red. If you don't have red, you could, red and white makes the perfect Santa. I did try making craft colored Santa and he just wasn't very cute. He looked a little sad. So, but you can just paint some, do a gel print. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'm talking too fast. You can actually paint or do a gel print of making a solid red. I think that'd be gorgeous with a white back. That'd be really cool. Like even even this paper would be really pretty if I had maybe one side would be solid and the other could be a pearl white. There's just always, you can do this, but I'm just going to use regular origami paper because it makes it easier for you to see. And I don't think I have a video of this. And oh yeah, Wanda said these are a trip down memory lane. And I think I may have a video on that on my website or on my YouTube channel because I did it with my folding ladies on Friday. It's been a while, a couple years at least, maybe more. Okay, so this is how you do this one. And I'll try to go slower because this will also be recorded. This is being recorded. So the things you'll need for this, if you were to do one, is a little piece of string, maybe some Scotch tape if you have it. I also have a little pink pure paper that I use and I just to make noses. Easy peasy, right? You can make little noses for your Santa noses out of just punching holes. Or if you want to cut a circle, you can do that. But I have these little pink holes that make noses. And you can, whatever color you want, but I thought pink was cute. So I'm going to start, and then you maybe need a pen to make little marks. If you have a Detail Master pen or whatever you got, I think I might have a Detail Master sitting here. Oops, I have the other brand. Sorry. I know they're around. So I'm going to fold it in quarter. I'm going to fold it in both directions with the color side down, and this way, and I'm going to fold it in the other direction, this way. Easy, right? So we've got a crisscross in this going on in the center. Oh, hi, Chris. I'm just reading some, trying to read the comments too. So this helps you to catch up. You've got Chris, you've got these directions folded in 2 directions. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the top. I'm going to just start from the bottom. It's just easier for me. But we're gonna fold one corner to the center and give it a crease. And this is where I'll turn it over because this is gonna be the hat or the top of his head. So I'm going to fold this piece that I just folded, I'm going to fold it backwards in half so that it right meets at the very top, like so. And then again, I'm going to fold this piece to the crease I just made. Right, it gets small. And I'm going to fold it to that crease I just made. And then one more time, opening it up, and I'm going to fold it to the crease I just made. So we're basically dissecting it down or dividing it into making it smaller, smaller, and smaller. So I've got this little tip, and all I'm going to do is fold it back so that it's this way. I'm going to fold it again, roll it up, fold it up to that next crease like this, and then folding it up to the last. So I've got this little white band. That's going to be the top of this hat. And it does, you can straighten it out. Mine's a little wonky. That's all right. We'll have a wonky Santa. Now the next step is to take the bottom edge, this bottom, and we're going to fold it up to the very top, right up to the top. And you just want to line this crease up with the crease that's underneath, like this. Okay, like that. And the next step is to take this point that you just folded and fold it down, but don't fold it all the way to the bottom. Give it a little room, maybe about a little over 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, and then you're going to give it a crease. This is going to be where his face will be. This is his beard. This is the face. And I'm just reading comments. This is fun. So glad you're all here. This is great. Now we have, this is the front of the Santa. We're going to turn him over. We've got the back side. What we're going to do is we're going to make little hems on these two edges. So I'm going to just take, it's about 1/4 of an inch, a little bit, maybe, yeah, 1/4 of an inch hem on both sides, like this. We've got these cute little hems. Now you'll see there's a line that from the first folds we made, that cross here, that X or the cross, right at the center is where we want to start the folds on this. So we're going to take our paper, and we're going to fold our paper so that this edge, top edge, meets to that crease right there. And you're just going to fold it. Same with the other side. You're going to take the top edge and just bring it, let's get it over there. Bring it to meet the crease you just made until you have a nice point on the top of the head. So glad you're chatty, because I'm chatty too. I wish I could hear everybody. Okay. So where you can look here, just so you see, there's this cute little head, little hat, and there's the face. Now here's where you can decide if you want a skinny one or a chubby one. But I do an in-between, a well-fed Santa. So I'm going to start my folds right where these folds, right here on this side and this side. So I'm going to take the left side first, and I'm going to fold it so that basically meets, you want this to line up to the bottom, line this up, and then just give it a crease right at this place. You can see it's right here, right starts here, and it folds. You make sure that bottom lines up with the bottom that's along the very bottom, and then give it a good crease. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can open that one up, and we're going to take this one. I'm going to start my fold right at that place here, right here, and line it up. Make sure that's lined up before I crease it. And then, oh, whoops. I'm going to go ahead and give that a bit of crease. So everything is, you see how that's kind of overlapping just fine. Now the next thing is that I'm going to take this piece I just folded, and I'm going to bring that all the way up to, basically, I want to bring this up to that corner. And what it does, if you look at it, you want to tuck this in, by the way. Oops, I did it wrong. Oops, stop. I led you astray. You'll notice there's a little pocket here. Okay, I forgot about this. Okay, there's a little pocket right here. That's where you're going to tuck this edge into. So just take that little edge, tuck it in the pocket first, And then once you've got it in as far as you can on the pocket, crease it. And that holds it in. This is something I didn't teach you ladies 2 years ago because I didn't know that. I was teaching you wrong. So I have a brand new method. And here it is. So you've got that little pocket. So now you see this little pocket right there, right there. We're going to take this piece here and we're going to take it, tuck it as far as you can go in that pocket till it stops, and then give it a crease. Yeah, okay. So what you have magically, if you turn him over, look at you've got a Santa Claus. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. Now, there's some things you can do to make this a little sturdier. If you want to get rid of, if you have any extra of the sleeve showing at the bottom, just fold that under like a little bit. Just fold it. Nobody will see it. You can fold it evenly on both sides, and it looks like you meant it. That's actually in the diagrams, or the diagram that I saw. The diagram is actually Fumiyaki Shingu. He is the guy who diagrammed it. It's off of Origami Club. If you haven't gone there yet, you should, because if you like folding. Now this one, I'm going to take because it's sticking out. It's needs just a little touch of glue right there, and I just hold it down for a few seconds, just while I have time to put the thing back on, and it just sticks just fine. And one thing I didn't do, but that's okay. I have time. While it's still wet, I'm going to do something. There we go. It's still, I always forget this. I want to put my little string in now, my little hanging string, because this is the easiest way to do it, and it looks the best. I'm going to do this right now while I'm just going to get some tape. I'm getting all thumbs now. Okay, got a little tape here, and I'm going to just trim off the ends just a little. So that what I'm going to do is stick it underneath this little, right in the hat area. I'm just going to jam it in there. Oh no. See, this is what happens when I'm hasty. I'm going to unfold it because I'm a fussy person when it comes to that. So basically, I just stick it inside that little folded area, and then it gets hidden. Otherwise, if you don't do it before, you will actually have the back will be messier, but it still will work. I have a little bit, I'm just going to stick that on there while all right, I put it in. Then once I've done that, I fold everything down, and I have this beautiful, it's just nice and lined up, sort of. Maybe not today. All right, there it is. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. All right, forget that. I'm so funny. I've been laughing at myself because I'm such a perfectionist. It's like I can't stand it. I cannot accept something that's not perfect. But I'm gonna learn to embrace the wonky here. I'm just gonna put a little tape down because I'm gonna be lazy here. I could have put glue, but nobody'll care, right? You won't care. So I can put some foil back there if I want. I don't really want to fix it up. But there he is in his cuteness. Now he just needs a little face and a little nose. So I'll show you that. Super easy. I'll just grab, this is going to get tricky. So you got to get your little tiny little nose, and you can put a little tiny glue on it like this. And just stick it right underneath the little, oops, it's on my finger. Okay. Here, we're going to get that in there. Yep, we're going to do it. There it is. And then just kind of lay it down underneath the little beard, just a little, so it's kind of hiding under the beard. And then the very last part is to take a marker, a pen, and just do little circles. Nothing fancy. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to make fancy eyebrows for you. But there he is. You could put, a button down at the bottom. It'd be cute if you really had a real button to put down there. That'd be cute. And then, of course, I took a little, I had to use some cement. I could put the cement on both sides of the string, and no one will know that I had a boo-boo there. So, and ho, he is jolly, isn't he? And he's nice and well fed. So I think before I made too skinny, they were just too, he just wasn't well fed, and they need to be well fed. Here's the one that I did with the little a thing on the top, little star, and really the back could be decorated with that, and that would actually give it more weight. And look, I spelled joyeux wrong. I was married to a Frenchman for 20 years. You'd think I'd spell joyeux Noel correctly, but no, I spelled it wrong. Uh, let's see how you could put them together like that, and that could give it a little more weight. But there you go. So that's the Santa Claus, and I wanted you to, have that so that, so you can have that, go to the recording and find the timestamp, and then you have ho ho ho. You can even put a marking there. That'd be cute. You could make a banner. That would be really fun. So see how much fun you can have with paper. So the paper I started, Chris, is 6-inch paper. Is that what you were? So, Nancy, hi Nancy. So yeah, 6-inch paper. So the smaller paper will give you a smaller Santa, and I think this one, this little piece, this little one I did a couple years ago. This one I did. That's a 4.5-inch paper. So you can see different sizes. You can make little itty tiny ones if you want, like just tiny Santas. I think that'd be cute, like out of a 2-inch paper. I mean, if you're into that, making small things, I think that'd be fun. So there is those things. So I'm curious, is everybody good? Do you have any questions? Because I've kind of done my thing. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How about anything, Phoebe?
No, I think we're good. You did a great job helping people out with what they were asking as we were going through the demo. And we do have that pinned comment with a list of the items that Karen was using. And that's also got the link for the origami star video, which is the most recent video on the Yasutomo YouTube channel, if you want to head over there and just like find it easily. What I did not find was the angel video, so that might be one that we'll have to get back to everybody on.
Yeah, I'll
That's
find it,
so
or
pretty,
I'll
Karen.
create one. I know I had the diagram. I think it's on an unlisted video on my YouTube channel. I'll recreate it so that it's not, because I think it's an hour long, and I do it with my ladies and we talk a lot. So I'll do it. I'll do a new one, and it will be ready. It should be ready by this weekend.
Love
And
that.
just so you know, look at this. So here I've got my little card, blank card, my little collage I'm putting over, and then a star focal point. Isn't that gorgeous for a Christmas card, holiday card, or a New Year card? Or, a lot of people just send New Year's cards. I have many friends that just, the New Year is very, it's like start a new year. Wouldn't that be a fun one? So you can do that too. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed this. I know that I'm just enjoying so much. Paper crafting is my love. Besides painting, paper crafting, I can get lost in paper crafting, and I have so much joy doing it. And I'm hoping that you are also going to have fun but just keep in mind that the washi paper is really amazing. It's strong. It doesn't crack. Way differently than, let's say, if I were to do this with the wrap, like gift wrap that I buy at the store, it doesn't have the pliable feel. It's not as strong. It's plus, this is, no one will ever get this paper again. It's a one of a kind. So you could make a whole themed thing with your gifts, and like I did, I mean, kind of got on a roll here, and I'll probably keep going because, hey, the weekend hasn't started. So, but there you go. I hope you had a good time, and we won't see each other, right? We won't be doing another live till when? When are we gonna do another one, Phoebe?
That's right. So the next live stream that we do is actually going to be in the new year. So the bi-weekly schedule would put the next one on December 29th, but we'll be closed. So we'll be back with our next live stream on January 5th. So
So
everybody
do we have a
enjoy
plan, or
yourself.
can we have people vote? Did we have a plan already for that? What we were gonna do?
We had a bunch of different ideas. I don't think you and I had settled on anything, so we're
Okay.
still open to new suggestions. So if there's anything people would like to see, we're always taking requests, but even now
Please
we'll take requests.
put them in the comments. We do take requests, just like a band, right?
Yes. And then, by the way, because Olivia just asked about the link for the snowflakes. So I found snowflake brads that look very similar to what Karen found. So those are up on the pinned comment too. But yeah,
Yeah,
if
these
you
didn't come
go
with the
and
little prongs on the back. I was shocked. I was hoping for prongs, but I'm really happy with these. I think these are cute. You can put in a card, like a little shaker card. I think it'd be really cute. I will put my link for that after this video or this, once we hang up or once we sign off, I'll put the one I bought. I'll put it in the comments.
yeah, perfect. Because I
And
bet people would love to know
yeah,
those. Oh,
yeah.
Julie suggested shibori paper dyeing.
Yes, so that's what we did talk about that. Okay, so I think
Yeah.
shibori would be really fun. I think we should do that. So if you're going to do this, if you're going to join us on January 5th and you want to do some shibori, I suggest getting 6 JM paper for sure. You'll need the large, it's nice. It's a nice paper for that. And some rubber gloves. You need rubber gloves. And you can use acrylic ink, acrylic paint, just regular dye-based ink, sumi ink, whatever you want. You need a little spray bottle and that's it. And you can shibori with us.
Yes. And then I just want to follow up. I was forgetting about the large snowflakes, which is the one that Olivia and Melinda are
Oh,
asking
these
about.
guys. Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll put these in my these are these little guys. They were cheap too. So I'll put them also in the comment. And if Phoebe, I don't know how to pin them, but once you see it, I'll let you know so that we can.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. We'll experiment because I know the pinned
Yeah,
comment only happens when it's live. I think after
got
the
it.
video ends, we might not be able to pin it. If I can edit it in, I will. And we
Okay.
also I've been getting better at it, but I work on doing a blog post summary after the video has been posted up to YouTube. So that usually goes up on our site the week after. So it'll be up next week. That has the video recording and also a list of all the items that Karen uses in the demo so that you guys have an easy place to see everything in one place.
Yay. Thank you,
Yeah,
Phoebe. You're so awesome, by the way.
try to make it easy for everybody. But thank you so much, Karen. This was so fun. That is just a beautiful spread. And like you were saying, people can customize these with any colors for any holiday, not even
Yeah.
like winter only. This is good for any time of year.
Yeah, I
Birthdays,
see
it's
4th of July
yes.
right here on this one here.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
summer already.
Oh,
Oh,
so cute. Oh my gosh. But yes, happy holidays everybody and thank you for joining us and we have had a wonderful year with you guys and we can't wait to kick off 2024 with the Shibori demo. So we hope to see you all there. Yeah.
yes. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us and it's peace on earth, season's greetings, and happy
Yeah.
everything.
That's a nice way to close out the year. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.